Hey everyone, it's Dean here from the Sports Playbook. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of what it's like to, have a sports media business and podcast recording day. So it's a Tuesday today, which means that I'll be recording the weekly episode. So I'm pretty stoked about that. There's been a lot happening this week in sports, so got that to do. We recently recorded with Luke Tuckwell. He is an Australian cyclist over in Europe riding on the professional circuit. It's going to be pretty interesting. He has got some really exciting news coming out, and we've got a podcast coming out on Monday. So come with me while we go edit it. Yes, and excuse the mess. There's ironing boards and everything like that. That's probably my fault. So come with me while we go edit and record this podcast. Back again. Going to make myself a coffee before we get into some more editing. It's editing can be quite a funny one. It can be interesting and boring at the best of times. There's a little fridge. Yeah, I've got the machine good to go. Lovely. So I think it's going to be a bit of an interesting day today. There'll be a lot on trying to edit the rest of the podcast, edit and record another podcast as well. So that's kind of the tricky thing. It's all kind of compounds on one day. So let's go make this coffee and then we'll get stuck into the rest of it.
All right, why don't you come with me while I set this up? So we just do like a quick, audio edit. If I'm getting it on properly, that would be a huge help. But okay, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. God, what a goof I am.
So the audio is ready to go. The lighting I'm just going to turn on. Camera's just going to turn on. And then we'll get shooting on today's weekly episode. So that was the end of that podcast. That was a bit interesting. The camera actually stopped halfway through, but we actually had to change cameras for that one. So it's a little bit annoying, but it's just one of those things that it's just a learning, right? It's always going to happen. So now it's time to get on the bike and do a little bit of training. I need to do it just to, feel a bit better. I feel like I always enjoy just jumping on the bike and doing a little bit of a workout. So I won't be filming this bit because I'll be in Lycra and no one likes to see a male in Lycra.
Oh my God.
I just got off the bike before, so I'm glad I jumped onto the bike because I was feeling a little bit frustrated after the episode. Some recordings go really well and some don't. I think that's just down to, personally, when I don't do a good one, I get a little bit filthy on myself, but that's okay. It's just the way it goes. So I'm going to clean up the studio, going to go eat something, and let's go and edit the podcast. All right, we're back. It is 10:45 still on Wednesday, so let me take you a little bit of an insight into editing. So got your AirPods in. I'm going to show you what it's like the video editing side. So I'm doing all of it at the moment through video editing software, and I've got my notes over here. So I'll listen to the podcast the whole way through, and I'll pick out key moments. What's something that people don't know or are really curious about that people can learn or understand more and feel empathetic or feel a sense of emotion, connection to the podcast guests and feel like they've learned something from it. That's what I'm trying to find. I'm also a sport fanatic, so I go, as a sport fan, what do I want to listen to and what do I want to find out that's going to, make me feel more informed. What's going on? So Luke is a great guest. I'm so happy that I got Luke on. I'll quickly show you. So one of these clips, Luke is actually going to be talking about the role of a team rider. So in the Tour de France, they have team riders. What is a team rider? Well, I guess you'll have to listen to the podcast to find that out. But we're going to be doing this for probably the next hour and a half or so. Send it all over to Luke, make sure he's happy. I send everything over to my guests. So nothing goes out without their approval. And that's just to make sure that they feel comfortable and feel like they're a part of this process the whole way. It's really something that I want to ensure when doing this podcast. Not sure if anyone else does it. They might. doesn't really matter. I just want people to feel comfortable, but also feel like they know what's going on. So yeah, I'm in constant communication with them. But let's get into this and see what you learn. Oh, me yapping away. So we're actually making great progress. We're knocking through all of these edits, which is really exciting. So we'll have 4 promos just to put out in different places. So yeah, we'll do that. It's about 11:15, so time to crack on. I just need to shut up and do it. We're back again. It is 12:30, still on Wednesday. I have done all the social edits. I've done all the audio for the upcoming Inside the Playbook, which comes out on the 4th of August, which is a Monday. Really happy to get that. I sent it off to Luke, so hopefully he approves it. It's all good to go. I guess from here, what's next? I've got to do these social videos from the podcast yesterday. So these are social clips that I put onto Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, just to let people know about what's happened in the podcast and just a little, I guess, preview of what's been said. So yeah. Yes, as you can see, it's raining outside. I actually just picked up a battery handle for this camera, so it'll be really handy when I do those long podcast shoots. Just something nice and easy to do. Alright, it's a lovely day out here. It is Thursday the 31st. It's about midday. We're actually heading into Vinnie's to go get ourselves a quick feed. They've got a Zinger burger actually, so they brought that out today. So I'll go into Simon, see the boys, and go get a good feed. Here it is. Beautiful around here. Come with me. Alrighty, it's still Thursday, but I wanted to show you some things that I bought. So with podcasting at the moment, I think the way for me to get a little bit better is just to elevate some of the things. So Tuesday, got myself a battery handle for this guy. So when we do podcast episodes, I can have 2 different cameras. So I can have one at the guest and then one sat in the middle. This is currently on a tripod stand. That's another thing I bought. Filters. So this is filters for this camera. Essentially, so when I can go outside, I can film and it's not so wide. And obviously, I'm not very tan, so it looks like I'm just glowing and everything around is full of colours. So that will be very handy. Yeah, playing the Ben Hill music. Microphone. So this in the coming weeks, I'm actually going to have a microphone cube around it, and it's going to have the sports playbook. So I'll look like a official reporter. It's really exciting getting all these bits of equipment, but I think the other part to this is it makes it even more real knowing that you have to try to secure that the sponsorship side of it, and try and get companies and get businesses to believe in what you're doing, and that you can provide value to them, but you're also providing value to the general public in their general day. So that's the proposition I'm working on at the moment. I'm almost 6 months into this journey now. So yeah, I just thought it'd be fascinating from your point of view to kind of understand what I do and how it goes. Yeah, went for a swim this morning with Dad. That was really good fun. Just enjoying time with him. So that was really cool. But today, what have we got on? We're going to edit this vlog. So we're going to give that a crack. Came up with the name with Dad. We'll do Behind the Playbook.
Wow.
That's a fitting name for what this podcast is going to be. Well, got someone new.
Hello.
This podcast looks a lot better if you want it. Well, we actually just finished up an episode, a moment for the archives. We haven't done it in a few months. Yeah, that's my fault. Oopsie doopsie. But there might have been some new bling on the episode. Where is it?
I don't have it on.
Ow! I don't think I can say that. We would... What? We just chat about sport. I think sport is a big thing about a relationship. It's not the only thing, but it's a big thing. But yeah, we really enjoy it. So yeah, if you're watching this still, hopefully I haven't bored them by Thursday or Friday's antics. we'd love to hear from you as to what episodes you'd like to see. Is there a sporting moment that you loved that you want us to talk about or something like that? Let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about some other episode ideas that people might throw out there?
Interesting. Maybe a netball one?
Yeah.
Around the start of the Suncorp Super Netball Championship compared to what it previously was.
Do you think we're going to get something really weird and obscure?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. No promises that we will do whatever is asked.
No promises, but we might be strongly inclined.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we thought we'd just check in. It's Saturday at 4:15. We're both bugging, to be fair. I feel like that episode I had a major case of verbal diarrhea and I could not get my words right. And that's fine.
Okay, that's what editing's for.
Absolutely. That's not
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. But I think it's important to actually point that out, though, to be fair. Not everything or every episode we do is going to be perfect and nailed down. Sometimes, I reckon I stuffed up at least 10 times in that.
It's authentic.
It is authentic.
I didn't stuff up, though.
No, but you're just a superstar, so yeah, thanks for carrying us. Later, team. Hey everyone, it's Monday the 4th of August here. It's around about mid-afternoon or so. Just got back from the coffee shop. Actually for coffee, my very first sponsor. So I'll have to take you in there one day and show you around because Johnny's an absolutely excellent person. I've actually created a new merchandise idea. So let's shut that so you don't need to see any of our clothes. Made a new merchandise idea. So the netball grand final played over the weekend. The Melbourne Vixens had a fantastic victory beating the West Coast Fever. Many thought the Fever would win, but the Vixens turned around a mid-season slump and they made something happen. But off the back of it, I thought of a merchandise idea. So I've created some of my merch. So why don't I show you what I've actually created rather than talking about it. That's a shirt. Maybe we should just go to the pub. So if anyone knows, the Melbourne Vixens won the Super Netball Grand Final on Saturday, and that catchphrase was said by their head coach, Simone McInnes, probably in about round 6, really when their season was not looking that great, and they kind of need to band together as a team. And Simone came out and said that, and I think it very much encapsulated their season because from that point, they had to play finals netball every single game to even make the finals. They made the finals. They beat the Thunderbirds, they beat the Swifts, and they beat the Fever in the grand final. And they went to the pub. You guessed it. So I thought that it's a great opportunity to just make some merchandise off the back of it because it was so iconic. And if you're a Melbourne Vixens fan, I can really say that that's going to be your turning point for the season, very much when Simone McInnes was announced to not return. And this came off the back of it. So this is only one piece of the puzzle. Let's have a look at the others. We have got, what I've created is, so we've got a hoodie, we've got a bucket hat, sweatshirt, but then the cheaper options, we have got a t-shirt, so both for men's and for women's. Look at the black one, look at the level of detail on that. Got the champagne glasses, got the netball, got the glasses, the champagne bottle, and a little sports playbook at the bottom. So let's see if anyone buys it. To be honest, if no one buys it, that's completely okay. That's just a little bit of my time that's put in the bank somewhere else. But it's just trying different things. I think that's what I'm really excited about is if people love it, I'm stoked. If people don't, great. It's a learning. So let's give it a crack and come join me as I come set this up. Really exciting. The ad is now sitting with Meta. So I've put a little bit of spend behind it. Put about, to be transparent, about $30 behind it just to see how it goes. I don't want to spend a whole heap on it. The great thing about the merchandise that I'm doing is I don't have to pay a single cent. It's all drop shipping. So it's a one of one. The place that makes it does it to order. It means from my end, I don't need to spend a whole heap on inventory, but it also means for the customer, they get a unique t-shirt or hoodie or a bucket hat every single time they get it. So it's really cool. That's much better. So I'm really stoked about it. If it works, I'm super happy. If it doesn't, that's okay. It's a learning experience. But this is another insight. I'm going to wrap up this vlog because I feel like it's dragged on a fair bit. But Thank you so much for following the journey of Behind the Playbook. I really hope you enjoy it. There's plenty more episodes to come, so stay tuned. Follow the Sports Playbook. It is your go-to fast sport news, and we've got a whole heap of athlete podcasts coming up. See you, everyone.